Speaking at the COVID-19 Communication Center, Misika says Namibia has been struggling to meet its export obligations despite the sector classified as essential services.
And the impact of both drought and the impact of COVID are not necessarily the same on both of these sectors. To start with, for the communal sector, these are the most vulnerable candidates when you have any shock in the production system or in the value chain, either by a natural disaster or by a man-made disaster. In the sense that first they are starting from a base where they do not have the requisite resources in terms of equipment, in terms of production inputs, in terms of expertise, so that when you have a shock like COVID, that brings in limitations. It tends in one way or another to limit their capacity to produce more, which then goes on to affect household food security.
The acting executive director of the NNFU, Beata Kulu, says COVID-19 found the agricultural sector in a depression, and as a result, reduced activity and lower yields are expected.
So we are asking for a fresh start for farmers. Write off some of the loans, because we have a guaranteeing scheme, and give a fresh break to the farmers.
Rolly Fenter of the Namibia Agricultural Union says a number of agricultural activities had to be cancelled due to COVID-19, and there is uncertainty in terms of what's going to happen, especially since the sector exports 80% of its produce.
The export market is crucial for the agricultural survival. In terms of employment, as you directly ask, due to the fact that agriculture is an essential service and a critical essential service, which operations on farms are continuing. And even in the on-farm tourism and the trophy sector industry, farmers are doing all they can to contain any retrenchments, and are doing, because we need to understand there's huge diversification which took place with farmers taking on tourism to add to the income, taking on trophy hunting, and that sector have totally stopped. So farmers are doing what they can to prevent any retrenchments, and we need to focus on this to ensure that these farmers are which is heavily affected, are not forced in the next 4 to 6 weeks to reduce working shifts, to reduce salaries.
Franklin Muningirwa, NBC News, Windhoek.